Okay, so today I'm looking at Catalogue d'Oiseaux by Olivier Messiaen, specifically book 6. I'm missing the PDF to book 5, but if you look at the overall plan of the catalog, you can see it's in a symmetrical pattern, in terms of like the number of movements featured in each book. So it goes 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3. And this is the penultimate book, so it's a single movement book. This one is shorter than book 4. Book 4 is like the largest movement, which we looked at yesterday. It's in the middle of the whole catalog, and movement 4 itself is also a symmetrical form, so that's kind of interesting. This one I know not so much about. I know that it's the common rock thrush is the bird in question, and it has all of these have a little bit of a write-up. I haven't been going through them because I don't speak French and I can't be bothered to translate it. I don't even think I can copy and paste the text from the PDF, so I didn't want to type it all out and figure that out. So there's definitely stuff I've been missing in this short little sub-series of the piano series. What I can tell you about this movement is it starts with this Très Lent theme, which is titled Night, Clair de Lune, and I'm assuming this movement starts at night then. Then we have a male and a female melody. It's not clear what bird they're associated with. And now, where would the rock thrush come in? There. So, unless I'm missing something, the first time we see it is page 9 of 29 pages. You know, I've never actually just looked at the Wikipedia. Okay, I didn't even go over this in the first episode of Catalogue, but each piece is in honor of a different French province, so it's a little bit nationalistic. It bears the title of the bird type of the Trojan region, so maybe I can find the region for this one. Also, the premiere of the work was at Domaine Musicale concert. So this was a concert society established by Pierre Boulez, active from 1954 to 1973. So this would have been performed 5 years after that. That society was established. The concerts included Karl-Heinz Stockhausen, Messiaen, Berio, John Cage, Bizzotti, Kagel, Hans-Werner Henze, Passeur, Krenek, Gilbert Amy, Peter Schatt, Gilles Tremblay, Betsy Jolas, as well as other composers. It had regular pianists performing. Yeah, it was just something active in Paris. So the common rock thrush goes by many names. It's a species of chat that breeds in southern Europe, Central Asia, and northern China. Strongly migratory, wintering in Africa. First formally described in 1766. No subspecies are recognized. It breeds in dry, hilly areas, usually above 1,500 meters. Yeah, I'm usually grabbing the etymology of the names here, just because I think that's kind of interesting. So the scientific name comes from mountain and to dwell. So like rock frequenting, mountain dwelling kind of thing. It's not globally endangered. So kind of like movement 1 of book 1, this is a mountainous setting. Um, yeah, I'll just let you know what I think of it. Recording typically runs around 20 minutes, so it's pretty big. Okay, so my thoughts on this one. It's rather dark and a lot of silences. I think the whole thing takes place at night. I'm assuming so. There's some interesting moments in there. I like a lot of the bird songs that are featured in this. And it's not too many birds to keep track of. I think the first thing we hear actually is I didn't catch this earlier, but it's a great horned owl. So that's the male and female pair we get at the beginning. So it starts with this sort of like very predatory, intense bird that's kind of rules over the area. And then we get other birds. I think like the redstart eventually, um, and the song of the thrush is not particularly complicated. It's very catchy though, so you can always catch when it comes back. Yeah, it almost always starts with this like three chord little figure. Um, yeah, it's very dramatic. There's a lot of pacing with these silences, which are interesting. I don't know if it's my favorite movement. Um, it doesn't really have much about it that stands out. Um, but I do think that the setting is unique. We've heard the three solo movements at this point. I'm trying to remember what book two was like here. Oh yeah, that was the wheat ear movement. So yeah, I think the three solo movements do have very different settings, and I kind of like that. Book two is kind of like the daytime. Book four has both the day and the night. It actually is a whole 24-hour cycle, and then book six is a night scene, and I think that that kind of works. We'll see how book seven stacks up. So far, my favorite two by far is probably book three and book four. And I think book four beats out book three just because it's a little bit more um like epic and impressive in terms of composition. But book three, I think, is still the catchiest. Both movements are the catchiest so far. That's it for book six. Tomorrow we're gonna close off Catalogue d'Oiseau with book seven, and yeah, we'll move on from there. And I'm starting to enjoy it a little bit. I seem to be learning something new every day in this series, and I wasn't expecting that. I was like, at first I was like, can I really stretch this over 7 days? But or 6 days? But actually, there's really just so much to learn, and it is deserving of that amount of time.